everyone. I welcome you all to today's topic decodified session. Have you heard of the term hybrid vehicles? I'm sure you have, and today we are going to talk about the same in this particular session. We shall be covering it in the following sequence: why it is in news, electric vehicles and its types, then we shall be knowing about the hybrid vehicles, followed by the prelims and mains based practice questions. Without further ado, let's begin with our discussion. Why it is in news. So, major car manufacturers like Maruti Suzuki, Toyota and Honda have launched hybrid electric vehicles in India, offering car buyers more choices in the nascent electric vehicle market of the country. So as per the sequence, let's talk about the electric vehicles first, and then I shall come to what is hybrid vehicle. Electric cars run on electricity instead of gasoline. What is gasoline? Petrol. And are known as electric vehicles. That means they emit no tailpipe pollution. Tailpipe, the pipe that is present behind, which releases a lot of black smoke in the atmosphere, that is known as tailpipe pollution or greenhouse gas emission. Alternatively, we can call it tailpipe pollution or greenhouse gas that is being emitted out of the pipe, and tend to be quieter and smoother than other vehicles, which means no noise pollution also. Most electric cars have batteries that have to be recharged from an outside source of electricity. Electric cars are quieter, have no exhaust emission and have lower emission overall. So the carbon footprint of an electric vehicle is very minimum. Notably, some countries have legislated to phase out sales of fossil fuel cars. That is the amount of impact electric vehicles can create in terms of mitigating the climate change. There are 4 types of electric vehicles available. First one is battery electric vehicle, BEV, which is fully powered by electricity. These are more efficient compared to hybrid ones or plug-in hybrid vehicles. How are they more efficient? Because they are completely green vehicles. They are not making any noise pollution. They are not emitting any harmful gases in the atmosphere. So they are being considered more efficient and also economical because the fuel is really costly. Now, another one in the sequence is hybrid electric vehicle, HEV. The vehicle uses both the internal combustion, usually petrol, engine and the battery powered motor powertrain. The petrol engine is used both to drive and charge when the battery is empty. These vehicles are not as efficient as fully electric or plug-in hybrid vehicles. So what do they do with petrol in the hybrid vehicles? Petrol can be used either to recharge the battery of the hybrid vehicle, or petrol can be used to run the vehicle while it is out of the electric battery. Next one is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, PHEV. Uses both an internal combustion engine and a battery charged from an external socket. They have a plug. This means the vehicle's battery can be charged with electricity rather than the engine itself. So plug-in electric vehicles are more efficient even than hybrid electric vehicles, but they are less efficient than battery electric vehicles. And next one is fuel cell electric vehicle, FCEV. So this electric energy is produced from chemical energy. For example, hydrogen fuel cell, if we talk about, it can be used in the vehicles for generating the power to run the vehicle. This one is not much in use even today, but in future hydrogen is being seen as a fuel of future. Now let's talk about the hybrid electric vehicles, because that's the topic which is in news. In India, Maruti Suzuki, Toyota and Honda, all these major car manufacturing companies have launched hybrid electric vehicles. So hybrid electric vehicles are powered by an internal combustion engine and one or more electric motors, which uses energy stored in batteries. A hybrid electric vehicle cannot be plugged in to charge the battery. Instead, the battery is charged through regenerative braking and by internal combustion engine. The extra power provided by electric motor can potentially allow for a smaller engine. Now please pay attention to this regenerative braking. Let me explain the concept to you. We are also going to look at it in the upcoming slides as well. So in the process of braking, the energy that is lost in the vehicles otherwise run on simply gasoline, the energy that is wasted, some of that energy is preserved through this regenerative braking technology, and it is actually stored in that kinetic energy is actually stored in the batteries, and thus the battery gets recharged as and when brakes are applied in the vehicle. The key components of hybrid vehicles. Let's look at specific units that are there in the hybrid vehicle. First of all, a battery. In an electric drive vehicle, the low voltage auxiliary battery provides electricity to start the car before the traction battery is engaged. It also powers vehicle accessories. So since there is auxiliary battery, we can see over here itself there is a traction battery also. What auxiliary battery does, it only provides energy to turn on the car, to start the car, right? And it's very low voltage one. Then comes into play the traction battery pack, which stores electricity for use by the electric traction motor. Once the motor starts running, that's when your vehicle starts moving. Traction motor is used in various locomotives, elevators as well as vehicles. Electric generator generates electricity from the rotating wheels while braking, transferring the energy back to the traction battery pack. Some vehicles use motor generators that perform both drive and regeneration functions. So this electric generator, what it is doing, it is generating electricity from the rotation of the wheels and even while the brakes are applied, and transfers that energy accumulated back to the battery pack, traction battery pack. So that what I was telling you about the regenerative characteristic, so this electric generator is facilitating the same. It is recharging the battery on the go. Electric traction motor. Using power from the traction battery pack, this motor drives the vehicle wheels. Some vehicles use motor generators that perform both the drive and regeneration functions. Fuel tank. If it's hybrid, clearly it is going to have electricity as well as the fuel compartment, because the fuel can be used A to recharge the battery or B to run the vehicle, to drive the vehicle when the battery is discharged. So it is also going to have a fuel tank as its component. So the tank is going to do what? It is going to store gasoline, that is petroleum, on board the vehicle until it's needed by the engine. Then comes in the internal combustion engine. Whenever a fuel like this has to be employed in the vehicle, has to be put into application in the vehicle, internal combustion engine is required. It is ignited by the spark. In this configuration, fuel is injected into either the intake manifold or the combustion chamber, where it is combined with air, and the air fuel mixture is ignited by the spark from a spark plug. And that's how the vehicle runs through fuel in using internal combustion engine. Power electronics controller. Power electronics controller. This unit torque it produces. What is torque? Torque is a phenomena or a mechanism that makes the vehicle or any other machinery turn around. Thermal system, which is there for cooling purposes. This system maintains a proper operating temperature range of the engine, electric motor, power electronics and other components. Then comes in the transmission. The transmission transfers mechanical power from engine and or electric traction motor to drive the wheels. Thereafter, what is regenerative braking? As I've told you already, I'm going to discuss it in the further slides. So here we come. Regenerative braking recovers some of the kinetic energy that would otherwise turn into heat and instead convert it into electricity. So if that energy gets converted into heat, it's basically lost, right? But if regeneration is done, through regenerative braking, which is done through the regenerative electric generator. So if that is done, some amount of the energy can be preserved and can be used to recharge the battery on the go of the vehicle. Regenerative braking is a way of taking wasted energy from the process of slowing down a car and using it to recharge the car's battery. On a normal car, braking simply wastes energy, but with regenerative braking, some of the energy is able to be reused. So that's what happens in a hybrid electric vehicle. A regenerative braking system, RBS, used in automotive applications has several advantages like better braking efficiency in stop and go traffic, which enhances fuel economy and also helps in reducing carbon emissions. Besides, RBS also helps in energy optimization, resulting in minimum energy wastage. The efficiency of hybrid electric vehicles and electric vehicles will in large part be determined by their ability to recover as much energy as possible while braking, with a higher degree of energy recovery, lowering fuel consumption, and also so that they can become more efficient and do not keep discharging time and again. Now, what are the advantages of this hybrid technology? Most vehicles with hybrid technology offer better fuel efficiency, more power, and minimum emissions. The design of hybrid vehicles for reduced engine size and car weight as compared to ICE vehicles translates into increased mileage to favor the demand for these vehicles. Moreover, with the increase in total power and torque, hybrid electric vehicles can deliver instant torque and provide high torque even at low speeds. And if there are advantages, ought to be challenges as well. So what are the challenges? In a price-sensitive market like India, one of the major challenges for hybrid electric vehicle is the high vehicle cost. Battery, a vital component of hybrid electric vehicle, increases the cost of the vehicle itself, making it pricier than the vehicles powered only by ICE. The RBS, that is regenerative braking system, also adds to the higher cost of an HEV or a hybrid electric vehicle. Now, let's look at the prelims-based practice question. In India, the term public key infrastructure is used in the context of A. Digital security infrastructure, B. Food security infrastructure, C. Healthcare and education infrastructure, and D. Telecommunication and transportation infrastructure. So the correct answer here is A. Digital security infrastructure. Your mains practice question for today is: the progression of electric vehicles is important for India because such vehicles are sustainable and profitable in long term. Evaluate the growth of electric vehicles in India and various measures taken by the government to promote it. You need to answer this particular question in 250 words and send in your answers to us on WhatsApp to get them reviewed. This is it for today. I shall see you again tomorrow. Till then, take care, stay tuned, and thank you so much for joining in.